Alright, so today we're going to be doing the axle shaft outer seals on this here 94K 1500 Silverado. This one is a repair bearing because I keep getting a little bit of leakage on the driver's side. So we're going to go ahead and install this repair bearing. This is a general bearing or a normal one, and then the seal for this bearing. You're going to need a slide hammer. This is the bearing extractor kit for the slide hammer as well. This is the bearing installation kit. Also, you're going to need some rear diff fluid. And I got some brake cleaner, but I already used it all. So, this is what we're going to do. Outer bearings. I was going to do the spider gears, but that ended up being too much of a pain in the ass. So, I decided to not go that route. So like, subscribe, share, stick with me on this one. I'm also going to shoot a vid for the rear wheel cylinder, or brake master cylinder, slave cylinder, whatever the hell it's called. This one might be leaking too, so I might as well take care of it all at once. So like, subscribe, and share. Keep watching. Let's get going. Alright, obviously first, let's go to take the wheels off. Damn it. I usually don't use rubber gloves to take the wheels, just because if your rubber glove gets caught up in your what the hell is this, socket, might hurt you. So like I said, I usually don't use rubber gloves to do that, but wheel is off. Wow, it's nice and light, big ass tire. So we're just gonna take this off. See all this crap inside this? This is because the bearing seal is bad on this one. I already replaced this here, whatchamacallit, slave cylinder, but it continues to leak, so we're going to do a new bearing and a new seal. Might even do a repair bearing on this one, but we got the wheel off. This axle is going to slide right out when we get that diff cover off, so let's go ahead and pull the diff cover. Alright, so this one, to get these bolts off, is going to be a 13mm. Hopefully I have this camera positioned right. Hopefully I have the light positioned right. When I pull this off, there's going to be no diff fluid in it. I just drained it the other day. Didn't drive it anywhere, of course. Just pulled it off to do the inspection. See what was actually bad. But I still have a catch pan under it just in case. And if you take the rear, if you take your spare wheel out, then you could sit up inside like this. Makes it a little bit easier for you. But you don't got to do it like this. It just makes it easier, I think. Okay, there's a little bit of diff fluid coming out. Alright. So this one should come right off. This one is doing good. There's no metal shavings on it. Like I said, I took this one off the other day just so I could get to this point and also verify what the clunking sound was. And if you remember correctly, to check that clunking sound, turn the differential. Gotta have it in neutral, which I do not have it in neutral right now, and I need to do so. Forgot about that. Let's see if we can just turn. Nope. Okay, so you need to put it in neutral. Also, I forgot to tell you on the brakes, if the brake drum doesn't come off, always make sure that your e-brake is not on. So that might be your problem on that. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in neutral, and I will be right back for you. Be right back. Alright, we got the truck in neutral. We're working on the other side. Alright, so the retaining pin for this gizmo that holds everything from sliding into each other and coming out is right here. I believe it's 8mm, but let's check. It's actually a 15/16, 5/16, Jesus, sorry, 5/16 craftsman. Let's go ahead and pull this off. Oh, this one's loose. That's not a good sign. What if that's my whole problem? Fuck it. I already got everything, right? That's stupid crazy. I doubt that's gonna be my whole problem, but what happens with these is sometimes your gears don't go bad, but your retaining clip gets a little bit of play in it, and that's where your clunking comes from. I have no play in my bearing, my ring gear to my pinion gear, which makes me think that this is going to be my problem, my spider gears that is. Hopefully, right? Cross your fingers for me. A nice stiff drink. Alright. And if you look, this might be my whole problem, would be this right here. This is destroyed. It's got a little lip right here. You can see where it's holding that retainer clip. This might be the whole problem in this case. But let's keep going. We're gonna keep going. That's so irritating, actually. Let's go ahead and pop this out. Oh, and you see that? Look at that. That is totally oblong. This is probably... Man. I bet if I was just to put the new retainer in there and keep going, we would have a fix. So hopefully you watch this before you actually get all the way into doing all this crap. And maybe I should put this retainer back in until I turn it. Just make it easier on myself. Turn it a little bit down. On the outskirts. This right here, this is your governor, I believe it is. These go bad too a lot. Alright, we have to push the axle in just a little bit to get the retaining C-clips out of here. So what you're going to be watching is right inside here, I have to push this in. Let me move you over a little bit. So right inside here, there's going to be a C-clip. So you have to push the axle in a little bit. Axle shaft. So here we are. That's it. Now come back over here. And now you can see that there is a C-clip inside there. Hopefully it'll nothing just fall out. You should be able to get a magnet on that and bring it right out. Sometimes they're a pain. When you turn it like this too, careful because it turns those spider gears that we are going to be taking out, maybe. It didn't make it fall out. I need a better magnet. So in your case, hopefully you're watching this before you do the job. This little magnet is a piece of crap. I wish I could find my other magnet at this point in time, but go figure, I can't. Let's see if we can turn it one more time. Hopefully make it fall out. Maybe not. What the WTF? Maybe some needle nose pliers. Sit tight. Like, subscribe, and share. Tomorrow from 2 to 4, you can enter to win your Team Faith tickets. Come out and get some good catfish. No one in particular. Bar and Grill with DJ tomorrow with Catfish 103. Actually, I found my magnet. Let's see if this works the way it should. You see that? Took it right out with the magnet. That is the way to go. Magnet. Okay. So now with that out, let's come back over here. And all we got to do now, if all goes right, pull on this axle. I don't feel anything wrong with this bearing. I keep calling it a bearing, but this is an axle. So let's go ahead and pull it all the way out. And real fast, we're going to go ahead and pull this bearing out. And what we have here is the slide hammer kit. And the bearing puller kit usually slides right in, and it should open up when it gets inside there, like so. Growing almonds. get some better light over on this side. Alright, now you could probably see better, but it's also blocking your view. So, how about that? That's a good commercial. Using opiates or hard illegal drugs? Alright. Generally, this is cake. But since I said that, it's probably going to be a pain in the butt. I'm going to stand up. Well, like I said, go effing figure. That's how my life works. It just destroyed the bearing. So, let's put it back in there. Good job, me. There it goes. Alright, now we have the whole bearing shaft out. Here's the whole bearing. This thing is stinky inky. Getting stuff on the floor. Generally what I would do with the emery cloth is inside here, I just make sure that there's no burrs on the surface where the bearing is going to meet. So I just run right here. And you know what? I could feel something, which I don't like. What can I do with that? No. You won't believe what I found. Found some sandpaper. So, like I said, I'm just gonna run this. Emery cloth usually works best, but like I said, I found some sandpaper. Just get the stuff that's inside there. Just sand it down a little bit. You're not gonna do this a lot, because then if you oblong it or make it untrue circle, then you're gonna run into more problems, and I don't know, just have way more problems. Don't just do where the bearing meets, also do where the seal is gonna meet, just so you don't have any open air areas on the seal. Alright. Now, even with that tiny little bit of sanding, the little like burrs that I felt coming up, sticking up, I don't feel them anymore. Just makes it a little bit easier to install the bearing. And I would say that's the wrong size bearing, which that also means that this is going to be the wrong size seal. So that's always fun. Now we got to go back and get the right size ones. Here we go. Alright, so I got the right one. I ended up getting a repair bearing. This RP 513067. This repair bearing comes with everything pre-installed. You have the outer seal. This one actually has an inner seal now too. This is to keep the oil from coming out. Like I said, this one obviously we have a ton of oil on this one coming out. So I figured I'd just go ahead and give this this repair bearing a try. I've never used these before, and hopefully me being the guinea pig will help somebody else out there. Sucks that I have to send those parts back to Rock Auto, but shit, whatever. I tried. I am getting the press reset with the right size. Here in California today, it's a nice rainy day. In NorCal, that is. And I'm going to use a dead blow to install this. Maybe we'll get a sledgehammer for this one. So let's go. This bitch is not going to go any further. Unless it doesn't want to, but it's gonna. See? What'd I say? It's gonna. What the repair bearing does too also, it moves the placement of the bearing on the axle in case, like over time how this one's leaking so much, if the bearings I pulled out were bad, it would not run the axle shaft on the same part. It won't run the bearings on the same part of the axle shaft. It moves them a little bit so that you don't get that play in your axle. So that's why I'm trying this repair bearing. Like I said, I've never tried these before, but I've always wanted to. Hey look, there's a bug. Sucks for that one. Whoop. Careful, don't hit your other stuff. In Oklahoma. Do you hear that change in the pitch when I hit it? That might be as far as it'll go. Nope, it'll go a little bit further. If you have earplugs, now it's time to put them on too. This bitch does not want to go any fucking further. Maybe that's as far as it goes. You could hear it. It's solid as shit on the axle too. So hopefully that is completely in. I know that this surface area was thicker on that one before we installed it, so I'm hoping that's it. We'll also do the other side, and I'll do the right bearing on it. So let's continue. Let's get over on that side, pull that one, and slap the original bearing and seal back on, and let's go. Like I said, those Yukon bearings and seals are not going to work. I have some Master Pros that I got from our local O'Reilly's, but you can get them at any store. Hopefully this one doesn't give me such a problem, but with my luck it will. Another sober. Okay. Took me a minute to get that one set in there all the way past the bearing. That might have been the problem on the other side. Might have not have just pushed it all the way through. Okay, you want to get this set right in the center again. Put my gloves on for this. Kinda hurting my hands. But you know what? It's coming. Bam. See that? Bearing, everything all in one. Fun stuff, right? Okay. Whew. That took a little sweat. I don't think this side's ever been replaced. The other side, I replaced it many moons ago because I had that leak coming out of the drum, the brake drum. Is it gonna work for you guys? You guys need some light. Let's see. My garage is a tight squeeze for stuff like this right now. Okay. Same thing, we're gonna just sand down the inside. Not sand down, but just run around it, make sure that there's no burrs in anything or anywhere. Okay, that's it. You don't want to sand a lot. You don't want to oblong the hole. This is a bad situation to oblong the hole. Bad time to... Oh, the axle fell over. What do I do with the little press? Did I not bring it over here? Yeah, it is right there. Okay, so same thing. We're going to press these bearings in. Bearings got to be pressed in first. This is not a kit, so the bearing and seal are going to go on different or separately. Try with the jet blow first. See, with the with the press, I said tit, I meant kit. With the bearing press, see how it all goes in evenly? A lot of people will try putting wood on there. I don't know, maybe a big ass socket might work. Just cut my glove. Well, that is never good when it does that. Shit. I didn't even get it pressed all the way in. I don't know what the hell somebody did with this last time, but That's never good. That could just ruin the seal. Shit. I do not like that at all. So you hear the pitch change. You could hear it when it hits that solid steel that it won't press in anymore. That one is donezo. We're gonna do the same thing with the seal. Might get a little bit bigger actual press on this one, just so I don't ruin that seal putting it on. Alright, the press I chose for this one is actually going to go around the complete diameter of the seal. Whenever I say seal, I think of retard, right? So here's the seal of the press. The seal is completely, it goes completely around it. You get it? Alright. And of course, it's not going in straight. Maybe we'll use the other press. But first, we have to get the seal back off. Alright. Did I tell you to like, subscribe, and share? Like, subscribe, and share, please! Make sure I got no debris on this damn thing. And I'm going to use one that's just going to go around the inside. See if that will make it a little bit easier. And did that ever make it easier? Same thing, you could hear the pitch change when it gets completely pressed on. You could feel around the edges. It's almost completely pressed on. I'm going to put the bigger one on to finish it off. I don't want to hammer too much on that center to press it in inwards so that the seal is actually good around the axle shaft. All right, now we're completely pressed up against the backside. The seal is completely flush against it. All right, so yeah, we are gonna not replace the gears at this time. 2 reasons. The gears don't seem to be filed down too much, or knife edged, I should say. I already got it apart. I wish I could, but in all honesty, the other side, I think I'm gonna have to take the whole ring gear set diff out to be able to get the gov lock off, and I really don't want to destroy it, so we're just gonna put it back how we found it. And then also, while I've been dicking around with this, I think this gear is giving me some play too. You could see me move it right here. Couldn't feel that with everything on there. Maybe there was tension on from the axles or something, but I'm starting to think that it's not the spider gears, that maybe it is the ring and pinion. Watch. I'm not sure if you could hear that, but that's probably what I'm hearing right when I put it into drive. But same thing, these aren't getting knife edged, so more than likely what I'm going to do is over time just keep looking for a rear axle to slap in this bitch, or have it rebuilt, or I've got too many toys and I need to get rid of all of them and I'll just get one nice car. We'll see. Disappointing, right? But we got new bearings on the outside, new seals on the outside. We're going to put the new clips in, the C clips in, and just put it back together. I'm very disappointed, really. I thought this was going to be the fix-all, but go figure. My luck, it's not. So let's put that back in. We're going to slap the axle back in. Put these C-clips back in, put the retainers in. I'm going to put the axle in, we'll put the C-clips in first. So here we go. Make sure you don't have any debris on your axle shafts when you do this, just so you don't get anything in your bearings. Alright, you see now right inside there is the axle shaft. Let me move you over a little bit. Hopefully you can see it right there a little bit better. C-clip. Make sure you don't have any debris on it. And slide it right inside there. Make sure you push it all the way down around that axle shaft, and to lock it in place, just pull the axle shaft back out like so. I'm not sure you saw that, I hope you did, but I just pulled the axle shaft to pull that C-clip back into its little retainer, which is inside the spider gear right here. So I'm going to put the other side in, and we'll do the same thing. That one pressed in a tad bit too far. So we're going to pull it back out just a little bit. That should be perfect. And we're going to put the C-clip back on. Right inside there, like so. Again, we're going to push it all the way on. And to lock it in place, we're going to pull that axle back out again. Alright, now we are going to turn it back around and make sure I'm lined up right. Got the new pin, slap some oil on it so it'll slide right in. Alright, new retainer. I wonder if I have any thread locker. And of course, I don't see any thread locker around here. But honestly, even if I had some glue, I'll just say fuck it, put some glue in there. Baby blue ain't your color. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this retaining clip back in, like so. We're going to make sure that this one's going to be nice and tight. So pretty much this isn't even a spider bearing video. This is going to be just a video on how to replace your axle shaft seals. Okay. And now, look at, you could totally feel the play now. Effing sucks. But what are you gonna do, right? It's my luck. That's just how the cookie crumbles. So I'm gonna button everything back up. and get going. So hopefully this worked for you. One last thing too, before installing your diff cover, you always want to make sure that you are working with a completely clean surface on the surface. A completely clean surface on the surface. No shit, right? So you want to clean up all this. Anywhere that you know that the diff cover is going to be touching, make sure it's nicely. Don't forget your safety glasses too. Oh, I'm not at it. Don't forget that. Alright. So now it's all nice and clean. Make sure you get all this crap off. You have a nice clean surface that you're working with now. So you get flat and flat. I cleaned the diff cover already around the edges with that that wire wheel I just used for this. So 2 nice flat surfaces. When we do put it on, I recommend that you cross. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 7, 8, something like that. Just so that it all goes on nice and flush. Don't over torque these things. But it's real simple. Just make sure everything's clean and it'll do you a lot better. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully this helped you out. Thanks for watching.